So what's going on? You're back for more stuff. Yeah, remember that guy? Remember that? What was that? The Gong Show? Was that it? You know, Chuck Ferris? We'll be back with more stuff. Remember that guy? Anyway, that's a little old school right there. So, anyway, welcome here, man. Listen, this is brought to you by Chaos Nutrition. Okay, so if you like this show, Old School Training, which I'm going to be showing more magazine stuff, some more real hardcore old stuff, and I'll show you some stuff. I'll go to the gym and everything once I get more into this, you know, and I'll show you some good stuff. And I'll show you some hardcore equipment. I'll show you some really good, everything here is old school. So we're going to get old school today. But remember, you got to go to Chaos Nutrition if you want pre-workouts and all stuff. Look, excuse me, I'm not going to lie. I don't know everything that he sells, okay? But I know he's sponsoring the show. And if you like this show, you got to help him out. You got to do the right thing, all right? And help out the sponsor of who sponsors the show, okay? So soon, hopefully, I'll know more, you know, about their product line and everything like that. But I do know that, you know, I know he's supposed to have a really good, Joe Pietaro told me, he's got a really good kick-ass pre-workout, you know, and I don't know about you, but I love pre-workout, so I'm hoping he sends me one of them bad boys. But if not, whatever. But if you need a pre-workout, most of them things are close to the same kind of stuff anyway. Go to Chaos Nutrition, support this show. Okay? All right. Now, with that said, I'm going to show you guys a few little things. All right? Yep. Wait, before I show you my favorite, dude, growing up, I loved Muscle Digest. I got to show you this stuff first. He's such a dick. I was on his show, too. But look at Howard Stern. This is an old Penthouse. What year is this? I have a paper smelling fetish, so forgive me. Okay. Oh, shit, look. I just opened up. And there was a butt. I can't show it. That's right. I'm on YouTube. Forget it. I was smelling it. This thing is in perfect condition, man. Who got that? This is 1992. 1992. Right there, Howard Stern. Just to give you a little vintage schmutt. I wish I could show... Well, who are those girls? Is that Jessica Hahn? I think that is. I can't see. I can't see shit, but I think that's Jessica Hahn right there. Anyway, Howard Stern. I was on his show. He's a fucking momo. And this politics really suck. I'm disappointed in him. You know? And before we get into bodybuilding, which is right here, I'm going to do it. So simmer down. I got to show you guys this. I don't know where I got these from. I don't know where my girlfriend got these from. She's selling them. But look at this. This is WrestleMania program, I believe. Okay, it's in fairly good shape. But that's right there. Look at that, okay? That's Mr. T, and this is Hulk Hogan. Momos. See, is there a date on here? I don't even know. Is that a date? I can't tell. Bro, I can't see. But this is a very, you could tell this is old. I mean, Hogan don't look like that anymore. Neither does Mr. T. But anyway, they got all these wrestlers in here. This is a WrestleMania thing. This is all about Mr. T and Hogan together. Okay? This is a whole WrestleMania program. Look, is that Andre the Giant and everything? It is. Is there a centerfold to this thing? There probably is. It's all Hulk Hogan to start Mr. T or whatever. See? Okay? This whole magazine, anyways, Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. And there's another one here. Hold on. Another WrestleMania. There's no... Oh, wait a minute. 1986. This one's April 1986. Right here. Yeah, she's selling these. I don't know what the hell, where she got them from. I don't know anything. I don't know who any of these people... I didn't really follow wrestling. Okay, I do know some of the wrestlers. I don't know who any of these people are. You know, you guys would know them. I don't really know them. Let me see here. Let's see who's in. Might deal more at Hulk Hogan in here. Oh, I remember this guy, George Animal Steel. Remember this guy? I remember that guy. Alright, and who else? There's a whole bunch of guys in here. I don't know what the... Oh, this is that Refrigerator Perry? Is that who that is? I don't know. I don't follow wrestling, but I know a lot of you guys. And this is old. Look. There's a cartoon here, and Mr. T too. See, so let's see. I don't know who those guys are. Is that Roddy Piper? Is that who that is? I don't know who the hell that is. Is that Roddy Piper? Yeah, Roddy Piper. Okay. Versus Mr. T. Alright, there's a whole thing in this magazine. This is really good stuff here if you're into this shit. I'm not. You know, it shows you all the stars. There's, what's his name, Andre the Giant and all this. But they're all in this magazine. This is a program. This is a WrestleMania program. It's thin. It's a program. So, I just figured I'd show you that. Alright, let's get a little bodybuilding here. Who doesn't love? This was my favorite magazine. It's the first time I heard about steroids and all that stuff right here. Look at this. Right here. Muscle Digest, and this one's 1981, but this one had Tim Belknap, and I used to like Tim Belknap till I met him in person, and it was not really such a great guy, but whatever. Let me see here. Oh, wait a minute, whoa, okay, hold on. Is that Troy Zuccotti? I don't know who the hell that is. I can't see. It is Troy Zuccotti when he was young. Look at Troy Zuccotti. Look at him when he was young. That's Troy Zuccotti, you guys. Remember him? But see, they always had the... Love the old fucking... Can't help it. Love the old ads. Remember those old ads for the hard gainers? Yeah. Right? But, let me see. Who's in the middle of this one? I love these old ads, man. The old ads get me, like, going. Because I remember... Dude. Remember all the... Hold on. Oh, there's my boy. Rick Poston. I know Rick. Rick and I went out to dinner. Rick Poston. Is that Rick Poston? Yeah, that's Rick Poston right there. You guys remember Rick Poston? And he had a wife, Debbie Poston. Remember Debbie Poston? Okay, who else here? Remember them dolls? Like these little rubber fucking things that he made, whatever they were? The little statue things, remember them? All little bodybuilders. This is 1981. Guys, look at the back. Remember the back of this? Where I gotta hide. See if remember the back. Remember the back. Remember all those machines you could get. Look at them. Today they look cheesy, right? But when you saw something like this, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna build a gym in my house. I'm gonna get that, you know. You know what I'm saying? Who's this? Like these guys all look familiar, you know, from the old days. Hold on. Hold your water. I'm gonna show you some stuff. Relax. Sit it down. Who the hell's this? This Bob, whatever. I don't know. I mean, this is an old school bodybuilding, guys. Look at that. That's the way they looked. And this magazine actually brought out some really good chemical stuff. You know, I mean, it talked about steroids and shit. Here, I had this picture on my wall. Look at that. You see that? That's Tim Belknap. That's when he won. See? Look at that. Tim Belknap. Boom. Look at that. I always thought he was so huge. Anyway. So, you know, this is... I love this old stuff. Look at the... Dude, that old pec deck was so simple, right? Look at this equipment. That looked like simple shit, but let me tell you something. That shit fucking hit you better than most of Pec-Dex today. I love all that stuff. See, this is what I grew up looking at, guys. It's this stuff right here. Annabelle Lopez, I remember him. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Ooh, dear water. Ooh, dear water. Hold on. Look at, there's more Belknap right there. Belknap. And this is when he won the Mr. America, guys. Remember that? Everybody thought he was like such a mass monster. Today he looks like, not Pee Wee Herman, but he's not like no mass monster. Lance Dreher. Remember, guys, you remember Lance Dreher? Remember Lance Dreher? Remember him? He had some cannons on him, bro. He had some arms on him. Okay. Gordon Wong. That's the guy who was the head of this magazine. Dr. Gordon Wong. But they used to have some really good stuff in here. Steve Davis doing like that bicep machine. Is that what a bicep machine, or is that a forearm roller? I can't see it. No, it's a preacher farm. It's a preacher machine. See it? Steve Davis. Remember that, guys? Dude, this is oh, dude, remember this ad right here? Sterile glands and all that shit. Remember that? Is that sterile gland? NSP. Remember NSP? Remember that? Remember that ad? You know? You see that? I love all this. Look at Dr. Franco Colombo when he had his little friggin'. Remember that? Look at Colombo. That's supposedly his thing there. Dr. Franco Colombo. Momo Colombo. Oh, God. Anyway. Got more magazines here. I got a ton. I just want to pull them all out. Anyway. Alright, so that's a little bit of nostalgia right there. You got some wrestling stuff. I don't know. Alright, you got some wrestling stuff. You got everything. I get hit in the head with a ladder, so my ear's all bloody. My whole side of my head's freaking shot. Alright, let's let me see. I see most of this shit I got here. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Like you're really gonna go anywhere. That's stupid, right? Hold on. I know I'm gonna pull all this shit out. And it's all gonna fall. Hey, we got a note. Whoa! Score! Anyway, here we go. Another Muscle Digest. I like this magazine because they used to talk about stuff nobody else would talk about. Oh, God, I can't even show you. Like, they'd have the Olympia and they'd have all the guys and stuff back there. But this ain't the Olympia. What is this? Who is that? Oh, shit. That's my friend. I grew up with him. Mike Torsha. And you guys know Mike Torsha? You guys remember Mike Torsha? That's Mike Torsha right there. I'm friends with Mike. I haven't seen him in a little bit, but he's a good guy. Oh, man. World of Health. I remember all this shit. Oh, who's in the middle? Rufus Howard. I don't want to take this. There's a card thing here. I don't want to take that out. But there's Rufus Howard. You guys, you old school guys, remember? I think he won the Mr. America. Rufus Howard. I remember him. You know? Hold on. Simmer down. See, like they talk about, like, oh, here, look. This magazine is 19... Oh, shit. 1980. And they got, steroids. Look, they have an article. Steroids. This is when you first started reading about, like, these bogus articles, you know, but, you know, it's the first time anybody ever talked about steroids. Who wrote this? Was it Gordon Wong? He used to write some of them things. Yeah. No. Gene Moses. I remember him. So anyway, there was John Brown. Oh shit, is that John Aranita? I can't see, guys, I can't see shit, man. Doyle Washington. Remember, guys, Doyle Washington? He was like a young, up-and-coming teenage bodybuilder and stuff. Doyle Washington. Anyway, whatever. There's all this shit. I can't even show. My God, there's all these pictures here. And, you know, like they have like a collage almost. You know what I mean? This is all like the Olympia guys and everything. You know. But who are those guys? I can't see. I can't see nothing. Anyway, all right, guys. So anyway, that's. we'll get to more. I'll have more stuff. I'll be more prepared. I'm not really too prepared today. But, all right, so old school bodybuilding. Let's talk some questions. Let's answer some old school questions. Wrestling King, Corona, Wrestling King, blah, Wrestling King 2000 wants to know, how do you warm up on a bench press? What do you do to warm yourself up to bench press? Okay. Okay, here's the deal. I did win a bench show in 1987. I've shown you the trophy, the plaque, many a times. 167 pounds I weighed. Here's the thing. Listen to me. I trained with a lot of guys who are top powerlifters, Joe Steinfeld, Ronnie Gatto, a lot of guys who won big bench shows, won powerlifting shows, okay? And each guy has his own way of warming up. Some guys like to warm up on the bench with really lightweight. I don't like to do that. What I would do first is back in the day, I would take a pec deck or something, right, like that, and I would put the blood in the muscle. Similar. Rich Piani used to do something like this, very similar. He liked to gorge the muscle. We used to do like feeder sets. I always did feeder sets. I would do them, that's my legs I used to do feeder sets for, and that's why I have gigundo legs even today. But what we used to do is I would do like 2 or 3 sets, I would do 5 sets, but I recommend you doing 2 or 3 sets, okay, with no rest. I would literally wait less than 10 seconds rest, and I would do like 35, 40, 50 reps, and I would do it strict like this, and my goal is to squeeze the muscle, get the stretch, squeeze the muscle, get the stretch, squeeze the muscle, get the stretch. I want to stretch it out and contract it, and stretch it out and contract it, and just put the blood in there. That's my goal. It's not made to build muscle. It's not, I'm doing so many reps. I think Piani used to do 35, or whatever. But, and sometimes he would do more than that. I know at home he'd do like friggin' like 80 and shit. But the thing is, I did this way before Rich even knew what training was, because I'm way older than him. I used to do that all the time. And I would do before I would bench. So when I went onto the bench, my chest wasn't exhausted. It was stretched out, because I believe in stretching the muscles out, not just filling it with blood, but it was stretched out and it was pumped. It was warmed up. The blood was in there. It was ready to go. So when I benched, it did not tap into my strength. Capiche? All right? Listen to me. That's why I didn't want to bench press too much, because then I'd start getting a pump on the triceps, the front delts and everything, and the blood's in there too. No. I like to isolate. Now, my other friend, who was a bench press champion, used to do flies. And he would do flies before he'd bench, okay? And he would just sit there and do flies. And he would do a lot of reps, and he would stretch it out and contract. See, I like to stretch it out even to this day. When I stretch deep. I'm short, man. I'm 5'6". And when I get in the dipping bars, I could be in the dipping bars, stretch my pecs all the way where I'm touching the floor, okay? So my goal is to stretch the muscle out and contract it. Stretch it out, contract it. Stretch it out, contract it, and fill it with blood. That was what I did. And I used to do 5 sets, but I do like literally 5 seconds rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang, and I would go again. Right? And I would have a lighter weight on again. But you do it strict. You're not like that. You do it strict. Not slow, but you want to get the blood in there, but you want to, you're doing full range, and you go to, pretty good speed, but you want to put that blood, you want to stretch it, okay? So that'll help you prevent injuries. It's more than just warming up a muscle. It's stretching it, too, okay? That's why you see a lot of athletes, baseball players, football players, whatever, before they get on the field, what are they doing? They're stretching. They're stretching. They stretch, and then they'll run, okay? And they'll do sprints, because that will fill with blood. I do something that same way. I like to stretch out and fill it with blood and really warm the area up. And I feel like that made it so I didn't get injuries with that. I can really push some weight, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. I don't have answers for this. I don't know why. Okay, it's a mystery to me. But when I was natural, You're talking about when I was in my 20s and stuff like that, and I was natural. There's 1,000 people have witnessed this because you do it in the gym all the time. I weighed literally maybe 168, something like that. I would take 315 on the incline bench, and I'd lay it on my chest and just drop my arms down like this, and I'd be laying back in a bar, it'd be across my chest, right? Hold on, let me get it. Let me show you. All right, I got a lacrosse stick here. All right, so let's make believe before I knock over the thing. I'd lay down, and I'd lay the bar like this. Watch. I know I'm going to knock something over, and I'm going to get my ass kicked by my girlfriend. All right, anyway, we'd lay like this, right? And I drop both hands would be off it. I drop it down like this, and I tell my friend, say when to go. And he'd say, go. I grab the bar, right? I grab the bar, and I would start doing the reps, and I would do clean reps, and I would do it like literally 25 times. And that's 315. I can't do that now. I don't even know if I could do one plate on each side. You understand? And this is way before I took steroids. I was natural then. Same thing. I declined, which decline's a little bit easier to do because you're already down. Your arm, my arms are short and everything. I took it off. And I've declined over 500, and I was only 168 pounds. No steroids. And Charlie Gasparino, Fox Business News, my childhood friend, we still get together today, and his brother was my training partner. And his brother had to pull, he had like 520 on here. And my wrist gave out like that, and I dropped the bar, and it hit off my chest and rolled off my face. I had a welt. Oh, my God. Anyway, I mean, I know I'm going to knock shit over this lacrosse stick. This house is loaded with lacrosse sticks. My daughter was a lacrosse star, even though that's a boy stick. I use that sometimes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, anyway, I don't know why, but I was a lot stronger naturally. And then when I took steroids, I didn't really get strong. I got big as hell. I did get stronger, but not like it. Dude, when I was natural, I could fucking do anything. It could also be because I was 35 years old when I started taking steroids. And, now I'm fucking, forget about it. I'm like Joe Materazzi over here. I can't push nothing. All right, let's go to something else. But anyway, that's what I do. Gorge the muscle with blood. I don't do this. The reason why I don't do light benches is because it pumps my triceps and my delts along with my chest. So by the time I get to the weight, my triceps are shaking and I got blood in my triceps and delt. I don't want that. I want it only in the pec, so I do an isolation exercise. There you go. All right, here's a question from Donnie Brasco. Very nice, Donnie Brasco. He wants to know, he says, is it true that you need some carbs to, like instead of doing keto, carnivore, that you need some carbs to build muscle? Again, guys, look, I'm doing this real fast. Look, I wrote it down. Okay, I write this shit all down. I don't want you guys looking at my handwriting. Sure, some of you are going to stop to see, and, whatever. So Donnie Brasco wants to know about that. He wants to know, do you need carbs? Because he said his friends that do carnivore or laugh at him and tell him, you don't need carbs. I'm taking carnivore. I got all the energy. I get pumps. I get this and that. Yeah, you do. Okay, but who's going to sit? Now, I know, I seen that girl, she looks hot as hell. She was once fat as a whatever, and now she's skinny, and she looks hot, and she's already in her late 40s, and she's been doing carnivore for 20 years. That's her. Okay? That's her. I seen her on the internet. She's really good looking, too, man. For a woman her age, I mean, she looks like she's 22 years old. But here's the thing. That's her. That's rare. I have a friend, too, that, hasn't eaten a carb, or hasn't eaten anything other than good food, and he fasts and everything, hasn't eaten in like 25 years. You can't, that's a rare person. The average person, and by the way, he eats carbs though, my friend. My friend eats like, fruits and that kind of shit, nuts, seeds, whatever. But the thing is that you can't, I don't like fad diets. You know what keto is good for? Keto is good for a fat bastard. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fat bastard that's got like, 200 pounds to lose and that kind of thing. And then the keto or carnivore is great for that. That'll peel the weight off. That's kind of what I've told this story a gazillion times. And I'm saying, if I don't take care of feeding yourself. But does not everybody heard this? So simmer down. Relax. Okay? I once was in a restaurant with Steve Blackman, Muscular Development, when I worked for him for 15 years. And, we saw, what's his name was in here? Atkins, Dr. Atkins was in here. And Steve goes to me, look what he's eating. And he was eating pasta. Anyway, so, but he wasn't, everybody thinks he was a diet doctor. I've told you this before. He was not a diet doctor. Dr. Atkins was a heart surgeon, and he was specialized in, doing surgery on a morbidly obese, okay, that had heart problems. And he designed that diet so that they can lose weight to get surgery. Kabish, okay? I'm spitting. Italian, that's what we do. We spit. But he designed that for the morbidly obese. And that's why, that diet got so popular, because that's good for that. But if you're a fit person, and, this is my belief. There's no science behind my thinking, okay? Because back in the 80s, everything was high carbs. When I dieted for a show, and I used to diet, I used to eat carbs and everything. I would not eat no fat. You remember the whole low-fat fad that was in the 80s, Fit for Life and all those things like that, live on fruits and vegetables and all that. No. I believe in balance. I believe you do got to watch your carbs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I do believe eating fat, up animal fats, especially because that's how we survived. You know what I mean? We survived eating that. I'm going to do a whole video. I'm too shot to do it here about getting into vegetarian and all that stuff, because they're all wacky too. You know what I mean? We're omnivores. We are omnivores. It means we can eat anything. But I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. That's your opinion. If you want to be a vegan, God bless you. That's you. Okay? I believe in balance. I don't believe in carnivore either. It's not like if you're into carnivore, God bless you. Okay? I couldn't do that. I could not just sit and eat meat. I can't. Okay? I need balance, and I feel we do best with balance. I do believe you got to watch your carbs. It's pretty much been said that carbohydrates are protein sparing muscle sparing, where they will help fill out the muscle. They will help the protein to be utilized more for the muscles, instead of just if you're eating if you're into keto and stuff and you're in ketosis, you could burn the protein there, blah 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 blah. If you're not eating enough fat, you'll fucking burn muscle, blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm not getting into all that here, because then it's this whole video. I could do a full hour video on that. Okay? But the bottom line is, you don't need keto if you're fit. You need balance. Okay? I'd rather see more fiber and get, like that kind of stuff in you. You can't tell me that just eating, the only way to eat, if you're going to go carnivore, you got to go fativore, which means you got to eat more fat almost than meat, because that's the only way you're going to have stools that move. You need essential oils and all that stuff to make your, you know what I mean? To make them, those friggin' potatoes go through your friggin' ass, Potato mean like a big shit that's like this. It's like a potato coming out of your ass. You can't just sit and eat meat. I don't like all that. That's fad stuff, and nobody's going to stick to that. Yes, there are a few people who have this, I don't know what it is that they have, but they got it. And that it is that they can sit and do that whole vegan, never eat meat for 20 years, never, but usually the vegans, they eat like a lot of starch and junk, wheat and all that stuff. Most of the vegans I know are fat. But regardless, again, I'm not gonna start attacking the vegans here, even though I just did a little bit. All of those diets, keto, carnivore, vegan, blah, 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 they're all, to me, in the same thing. They're not about balance. Balance is best. Okay? If you want to lose weight, you cut your carbs. But do you have to go to zero carbs? No. Even most of your pro bodybuilders don't do that. You see them eating the skinless chicken, fish, rice, and either broccoli or string beans or something else, asparagus, all that shit's gross to me. But, they'll eat something like that, okay? But they're still having rice. They're still eating little things like that. I'm just telling you. Some eat oatmeal. Oatmeal's not supposed to be so great for you, but some do. Look, balance. Balance. You asked me, do carbs spare you protein? Yeah, obviously, your body's not going to break down protein in the presence of carb, because what's happening, the danger you run into when you're with carbs, again, I'm going to say this again one more time. Listen to me. The danger is that if you're eating lean, if you're on carnivore, you cannot eat lean meat, or you will start breaking down. You can't just eat protein. You got to have fat, and you got to have high fat. You understand? That's why there's some of these people, like that girl or something, they'll sit there and eat a stick of butter. Like it's, I'm so happy, look, I got butter. I'm like, butter's not my idea of, whatever. But anyway, balance, okay? There's your answer. I hope that helps you guys. I don't believe in anything too much on one end is going to affect the other end. You understand what I'm saying? Where there's always yin is yang. And I'm just telling you, sometimes the yang outdoes the yin. I mean, the good sometimes you do, whatever's good is bad. Sometimes the bad is stronger than the good. And you're not going to help yourself. Okay, if your body, if you start getting too tight with, you're not eating, when you're on carnivore, you got to eat a lot. You got to eat a lot of meat, and you got to eat a lot of fatty meat. And if you're not eating enough, you can actually tap into your muscle stores. So, anyway, there you go. Okay, so balance. Balance is, there's nobody that can argue with that balance isn't the best thing. Okay, keep your carbs low if you're trying to watch your weight, but you still keep carbs in there. Eat clean carbs. And definitely eat fiber. I'm a big proponent of fiber. I'm not giving Dave Palumbo, a smoke up his ass, but I take Fiberlize every day, every night before bed I take it. So, and it does work, and it's good for you. So, next, Dave Tuttle wants to know, do you have any of Arnold's training secrets? Any of Arnold's training secrets? All right, listen to me. I have personally seen, Arnold in the gym, and, I've seen him train. Does he have secrets? What would I say that Arnold likes to do? Okay, Arnold does a few things that I do that, some things I patterned after Arnold. Arnold even talks about this. Sometimes he'll pump the bicep, he'll do the bicep with the tricep, like he'll get the bicep. That was a very bad Arnold impersonation, by the way. Usually I do better, but that was very bad. He likes to do, like, for instance, I think I've told you guys this, but I'm using this one as an example. Sometimes he would like to pre-pump a certain body part, like, how can I say this? Okay, I'm going to do triceps, so I'll start off with, I'm going to do biceps, so I'm going to start off with triceps. I'm going to actually go there on a machine. With me, I do the V-bar press down. I talk about this if you go to my YouTube channel, Gregg Valentino on YouTube, you'll see I did an arm workout where I do the triceps, right? And I'll do the V-bar, but I'll do them real strict, straight down, straight up. We'll contract, again, just like I was saying before, stretch. All up, all the way down, contract, squeeze. But I use a lightweight, and the lightweight is designed to just pump the muscle. So you're saying, wait a minute, you said you're doing biceps. Yes, I am doing biceps. So what I'll do is, and Arnold used to do this too, is that he would take an opposite muscle and sometimes pump that one first and then jump to the other muscle. And for some reason, I don't know the science behind it. Okay, I'm not a science guy, bro. But I do know that COVID, no, I'm not going to get into that. Don't get me started with that Joe Biden shit. Anyway, so, it does work. I don't know why. I do the same thing with like chest and back. I'll do, like, if I'm doing my chest, I'll do my back. I'll do like 2 or 3 feeder sets for my back where I just feed it with blood. Get the back really pumped and then jump to chest, and it does something. For when my back is pumped, it makes my chest pump even bigger. I stop doing the back and I just focus on chest, but that chest, the minute I start chest, it just pumps the shit. It's the same thing with biceps and triceps. So go try it. Go do it, but you gotta do no rest, bro. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Arnold liked to cut his rest periods down, and I like that too. Arnold trained. He was serious, but he didn't. He almost did what Lee Haney did, was stimulate, don't annihilate. He used to say, stimulate. So I believe in that. Although I kind of annihilate a little bit more, but I believe that I like to pre-pump the opposite of what I'm doing. Okay, so if I go and I'm going to do biceps, I'll do the tricep work. I'll do like 5 sets of triceps, sometimes more, sometimes I'll even go 10. But I do literally 5 seconds rest, and I'll do 35, 40 reps with a weight I can handle for 35, 40. I stop, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go again. You understand? And then I jump to a bicep, like a pumping exercise. So for me, it's like something like I used the hammer strength bicep. Hammer strength bicep. There's one that has a stack on it, and then there's the other one we put the plates. I use both, but whatever. I use the one with the stack. I'll sit there and I'll just get blood in there. Okay, I'll do like 20 reps. And I'll do 5 seconds rest, like that. And then by the time I'm done doing 5 to 10 sets of that, my arm is like this. It's like a tree trunk. And now I'm ready to really blast biceps. I don't start off with, I don't walk in a gym ice cold, and neither did Arnold. Arnold didn't walk in a gym ice cold and just start curling. Okay? What else did Arnold do that was like a secret? I mean, he used to do feeder sets and stuff like that. I know that. I'm trying to think of things that I was told because, I do know Arnold. I do know, I do know him personally, but I don't know him like that. I'm not like his best friend, and I was in the gym with him, but I didn't see like, groundbreaking things. I just know that when he did stuff with 4-inch, and he liked to have a rhythm, like I do with certain things, like, he'll curl, like, it's almost like a rhythm. I don't know how to explain it to you. If he was doing cable crossovers, you have this almost like a bounce. You move with it. It's you don't just sit there all tight like this and go like that. He used to do that. He would always have a bounce. He explained why, and I don't really remember, but I do know that I like that, a rhythm. I'll have a rhythm too with things. You understand? When I was a kid, I used to chew. Like food, like my breakfast or anything like that, I would chew. I had to move a little bit. I would make a noise like that, and hum and shit. And I do that, like even sometimes like I'll do like when I work out, I'll be like, phew. Like I'm sawing wood or something, I don't do it loud with the rest of the guys here, but I do it to myself. There's little things I have that's a rhythm. Arnold used to have a rhythm when he would train. He would always come up like this, it's a cable cross, so like this, see? He didn't sit there like that. Even when he would curl, he would kind of, he never didn't swing it, but he had a movement. I call it a rhythm. That's the best way to describe it. It wasn't a cheat, but it was a rhythm. It helped him like I don't explain it. Like a motor kind of moves when it's a car, like a motor kind of moves. There's a rhythm there, and that's the way he had that. Everybody knows how he trained. He trained the standard way. Each body part 3 times a week. He trained like that, and he would split workouts up, sometimes in the morning and the afternoon. Let me think what else he did. He did the standard, it wasn't, the things I can tell you that he liked to do the most was do the opposites, like I said, pump up the back to do chest, pump up the chest to do back, pump up the triceps to do biceps, pump up the biceps to do triceps. He would do things like that. Okay, he used a rhythm on a lot of exercises. Okay, even with curls, he would move his, he had a movement. It was like, it's a timing movement thing. I do it too, but I don't know how to explain it to you. It's built into me, maybe because I watched these guys back in 1970s, the way they trained, and I, processed that even with myself, and I noticed things, Like, I consider myself to be an expert on training. Like, I could get you in the gym, and, I don't feel like, in my opinion, Charles Glass ain't got a thing on me, man. He knows his shit. I'm not taking anything. But I can do the same, I'm not good with all that chemical stuff, because I know old school stuff, I'm not, the chemical stuff's old school, like today, forget it. Old school's like, forget about it, But the thing is, with the working out, it's a whole different animal. And, I could probably still, the more I train, the more I grow. And he was like that, bro. He would do 50 sets for biceps. He would do things like that. He did that. That's the way Arnold trained. That's the way he trained, And, he would talk in the gym, and he wasn't like just this, like, no, don't talk to me, like Bolster was. He would, but he never, come on, let's go. You know what I mean? He was, he would go there. That's the way I am. I can't train with a partner because I like no rest period. I have very little rest between sets, unless you're doing legs or something heavy like that. Very little. So there you go. I hope that helps you. So you want to know the secrets of Arnold? There's no like other secret. He trained just like every other bodybuilder trained. The real secret was he knew what worked for him. You understand that? Like you could show his workout to somebody else and they could go work out for him, maybe even work out with him, and they won't get the gains that he gets. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's too much. Everybody's different, okay? He knew what worked for him. So that would be another secret, But ironically, that's, I train very similar. I tell everybody John Defendis, Intensity Insanity, he was my guy growing up, so, we were teenagers at the same time. He was in Long Island. I was, in Westchester at the time, and I just, I looked up to him like a big brother, so, and we knew each other. I knew him, from my friend Alex, so, but anyway, so that's it. So, that's Arnold's secrets, all right? The secrets were he knew how to train, he knew what was right for him, he could put his mind in a muscle and everything, but he liked to do opposites, just to pump up one, to pump up the other. He talks about that. He has talked about that and said how, you want to get your chest bone to do the back first, whatever. Bad Arnold. I can't do him today. My mouth is so, I ate the hottest slice of pizza you could ever imagine. The cheese sticks to the roof of your mouth, and it burned me like a motherfucker. I spit it out, but it's too late. I already get to burn. You know what I mean? I'm pissed. All right, next question. All right, you know what, guys? That's it. Listen. Don't, fall into these fad diets. Don't do things that you don't need to do. Don't follow these people that you see on the internet. They do these wacky things. Everything life is about balance. Do too much of one thing, it's going to affect you in another way. Okay? It's just like overtraining. I don't believe in overtraining. I believe in under-recuperating. If practice makes perfect, then why in bodybuilding is the only sport that less is more or less? See, I don't believe that. That's just my take. I don't believe in overtraining. I believe in under-recuperating. I believe if you're going to train hard and you're going to train a lot, and you do lots of sets and high volume, that type of training, you got to eat like a fucking lion. You understand? And you also got to rest. Unfortunately, that's where I fail, because I don't rest a lot, because I'm nuts. And when you're nuts, you can't shut off the cabezo. You understand? The cabezo's always thinking, especially if you get hit on the side of the head with a ladder. So I'm just saying to you, and you get a bloody ear and everything. But no, seriously, you gotta, everything is balance, all right? And if you're gonna do one thing, remember, if you're gonna go high, you gotta, you're gonna have to, go over a hill. To go over a hill, you gotta come down a mountain eventually. You understand? You go up another hill, you're gonna come down again. So everything is about balance and what you do to train is what you put into it's what you get out of it, really, So for me, practice makes perfect. So I used to train each body part 3 times a week, just like Arnold did. I love that. Now I'm older, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend that time in the gym, and I'm not trying to win those shows or even be huge again. I'm sitting here in New York with the Savages and the friggin' cold and everything, with I think this is the 3rd week in a row I wore this sweater for the show, because it's old school and old sweater. Everybody likes this shit. Look at this. People like, what did you knit that shit? Did your grandmother knit that? Dude, my grandmother's been dead for freaking 40 years, You gotta remember how old I am, So, my parents would be on, my father's birthday was the same day as Dave Palumbo, which is February 18th. So that's my father'd be. He's in mid-90s. He'd be almost 100. He's not here, and he was my mother. My mother died young, but still. Why am I saying this? I have no fucking clue. Where did I get that shit from? Anyway, all right. So let me leave you with a. Oh shit! Here he is, Rufus Howard. Right again. I didn't show you that one. Rufus Howard. There he goes. Look at That's, yeah, he won this 1982 Mr. America. Look at that. Rufus Howard. He looked pretty good. So I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you with Rufus Howard. Alright? Oh, shit. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. Hold your water for a second. I gotta see. Is this, what's his name? No. I thought that was Andreas Munzer right there. Wait, look. Andreas Munzer. But that's not him, I don't think. Is it? I can't see. I can't see. Guys, without glasses. Dude, I'm going to be 63 years old. Without glasses, I can't see shit. I remember this guy, Mike Sabell. You guys remember him? Mike Sable, Mike Sabell. Mike the Zipper, because he had zippers on his fucking thigh. Where is he? It's this one right here. Ready? Mike Sabell. Remember him? His thighs don't look so zippery there, but remember they used to call Mike the Zipper Sabell? Remember him? Mike Sable, whatever. Sabell, Sable. Remember? You guys probably think I'm nuts, right? You know, man, I love all this. Look at... Wait, where is it? Hold on. Remember these? MLO. Oh, my God. Remember that stuff, you guys? Look at that ad. Imagine that ad. You think you'd be able to sell shit today? No. But I love those ads, man. That just makes me... It brings me back to a time where I loved. Look at Sergio Oliva and Mike Mentzer. Remember them? Right there? Sergio Oliva and Mike Mentzer. Dude, Sergio Oliva, forget about it. That guy was... Woo! Woo! Man, he had the muscle of guys today with a waist, a 29-inch waist with a muscle of guys today. Back in the 60s, he had that kind of muscle. His arms, everything. He was so big, my God. Anyway. Alright. Old school, guys, you want to learn some old school ways, you want to talk about some muscle, build a muscle, eating, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, put your comments down here. Right here. Put them down. These questions, if you don't like them, ask better questions. You know, I don't think they were bad, but some people, you know, whatever. Some of you guys might be like, I want to know more. Well, if you want to know more, put your questions down. I can't help you if you don't ask me questions, all right? And don't forget, it's Chaos Nutrition who sponsors this. So if you like that shit and you need some pre-workout or something, go over there and buy your pre-workout for them. It helps the show. All right? If not, whatever. All right, I love you guys. Stop fucking around. Get back to the old school ways. I like the old school way. I do. I see these magazines, and even though guys today, teenagers are better than some of these guys. There's something about just seeing the old magazine. It's like watching, you ever go on YouTube, you older guys, and you watch one of the old cartoons from when we grew up, or one of the old commercials, you know, let Mikey try it, you know, like different things. You're like, oh my God, I remember that. Oh shit, look at that, yeah. You know what I mean? It just does that to me. I get like that when I see these things, so. So why is your girlfriend selling them then? Stop that shit. I'll see you in the next video. I'm fucking around. Stop fucking around. You fucking momo.